couple of tackles. Thank you very much. And obviously, Gallup was on Michael Jacquet, undrafted Louisiana Raging Cajun rookie, and he was getting torched, and they yanked him late in the first half after he'd given up 182 yards. I don't care if you're throwing against William and Mary. I just don't care. It's hard to do what Andy Dalton did yesterday. He had 5 throws that went for 20-plus yards. When you look at this, he went 69 to Amari Cooper. He went 55 to Gallup. He went 52 to CeeDee Lamb for the touchdown, 35 to Amari Cooper, and 21 more that we just saw for a touchdown to Michael Gallup. Yeah. It's hard to do that unless you're pretty to very good. And he's got 3 stud receivers.
But hold on. So why hasn't he done that before?
Done that. Well, he's been doing it for 3 weeks.
No.
30, 41, and 37. So look out.
So let me ask you a question.
Here he comes.
So he has 3 in one game. Mm-hmm. He had 3 passes of at least 50. Yep. He had 5 of at least 20. Yep. So if it was that easy, so what's been going on? So Andy Dalton been bull jiving?
My defense has been getting literally run off the field until 3 games ago, when at least it's credible. At least it can hang in. And the defensive job they did on Jalen Hurts, because the one bad interception that he threw into the end zone, they actually hemmed him in. They actually made him stop, because against the first 2 teams that he played on the play, this play, he just gets outside and runs for the 20-yard touchdown. That one, they hemmed him in. They hemmed him in and said, no, you can't get out here. They actually look, dare I say, well coached.
Just throw it away.
And you got to throw it away, but you're desperate. You're trying to get back in this game, because all of a sudden the Cowboys look like they have seized momentum. And listen, Randy Gregory is flying off the edge. All of a sudden, number 94 is wreaking havoc. DeMarcus Lawrence was fairly quiet yesterday, but if you look for number 90, I bet you can see him next Sunday at New York against the Giants, because those 2, guess who went down 6 times yesterday thanks to the Baltimore Ravens? Daniel Jones went down 6 times. My defense can get him.
Skip, he can't move, Skip. Okay. He's hurt. And I get it. He's probably your best option. But it's hard for me to believe that Daniel Jones is your best option with a pulled hamstring, because his whole thing is ability, is mobility. And if you can't move, Skip, you're a sitting target. Colt McCoy would probably give them a better chance. Not to say they would win, but I believe he will give them a better opportunity to win. Yeah. But, Skip, this notion that all of a sudden the Cowboys are formidable, Skip, you're not playing anybody that's good. These teams aren't good, and you know that. You know they're not very good. But I won't take anything away from them. You're beating teams that you should beat that are bad. But this notion that all of a sudden Cincinnati is a playoff-bound team and Philly is a playoff-bound team, Skip, they had 4 wins. They had 4 wins.
So last 2 minutes of the first half yesterday, my team went 75 yards in 11 plays, thanks to Gallup, 19 yards, and Gallup, 7 yards, touchdown. And that made it 20-17 at halftime, and Dallas got the ball to start the second half. And they did what Mike McCarthy calls a double. So they came right back with 75 yards in 5 plays, because it was CeeDee Lamb for 55 yards, if we could see that play, and he is gone. And the game was basically gone at that point for Philadelphia, because that made it 27-17. And Mike McCarthy loved that double, late first half, start second half with touchdowns, that he said after the game he's going to give his team on Wednesday after practice double Whataburgers with cheese. That may be, is that one of your favorites? I don't know.
I don't do Whataburgers. I've never had it, so
well,
they might be good.
I had them in high school, and they're really, really good. So he's going to reward his team with those. And to your chagrin, would you believe at the hotel on Saturday night, they went watermelon again, much to your chagrin, and frankly mine. I don't love it, because the symbolism is completely dead wrong. But apparently the captains of this team, especially the black captains of this team, are not offended. And they said Amari Cooper smashed the watermelons, this time with the big old sledgehammer. And somehow they seem inspired by it, so here they come.
It seems to be... So when they did it the first time against Minnesota, and they won, and then they followed that up with loss, so I guess they didn't do it then. So it seems to be when they win, oh, it works. But when they lose, it's something else at play here. Skip, let's be all the way. This is a very bad division. And it just so happens over the last 3 weeks in a very bad division, your team is possibly paying the best because of what transpired. One team lost their quarterback with a hamstring. The other team lost their starting quarterback with a calf injury. And the backup on one team is so immature that he does not care. I can promise you there is no, Skip, there is no way on God's green earth they could bring Dwayne Haskins back in that locker room. I don't know if anybody noticed, but you pan the sideline and look how they're looking at him in disgust.
Agreed.
They're disgusted that he would put them in a situation that he was so selfish that forget that my coach is going through chemo over the last 8 weeks and he's highly susceptible.
Yep.
Forget all that. The mere fact that we are a team, you're a captain of the team.
Yep.
And you would say, you know what, for my selfishness, I would rather enjoy myself than possibly just go home, study, and prepare. So because now that was the story I always kept. It wasn't about Dwayne Haskins did this and he got stripped of his captaincy and $40,000. It was nothing to do about the game. And you took it upon that was your fault. You made it about you. Now, the Cowboys have set themselves up. This is all you can hope for in a winner-take-all situation, Skip. No matter what has transpired the first 12, 13 games, all that matters now is come down to this. One game for it all.
So can Alex Smith get his calf healthy enough to at least hobble out there and make it happen at Philadelphia on Sunday? I believe it's Sunday evening.
Yeah, it's the late, it's the Sunday night game, if I'm not mistaken, Skip. McLaurin, will he be able to go? McLaurin, I think that's his name. So it's going to be very interesting how this plays out, Skip. Look, the Washington's going to know what they need to do. But hold on. If the Giants win, the Giants, and Washington lose, the Giants are in. So basically, everybody, it's all everybody. And I think that's what they wanted, Skip. When they put if you notice, Skip, what the NFL did, I think it was about 4 years ago, they put everybody is playing within their division. Because if it's on the line, we don't want nobody, we rested. We taking time off. No, you're not. Because there's something on the line here. There's a division title and a home playoff game. But let me tell you what's waiting for you on the horizon. For the winner of the NFC East. There's a team down in Central Florida that's primed and ready. And so if you say, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next Saturday, next Sunday, because you know who the NFC East win against. You know who they get. Old Tampa. So what you going to do? Because in a way, a part of me.
Are you giving in to the fact that Dallas is going to win the NFC East?
No, Skip. I think you are. I'm saying a part of me wants them to. Because then I want you to choose between old Tampa and your team that you...
I will take a home playoff game just as a reward, just to get that far. I will take it right now. And I don't care who plays quarterback for the Washington football team. It might be Taylor Heineke, who actually gave them a spark late in that game. With 9:08 left, he was inserted for 137 yards.
Skip, you can't have that weak of an arm at 22, 23 years of age. I mean,
he does know that offense because he started a game for Scott Turner, who's now the coordinator in Washington at Carolina under Rivera. So he knows it, and they may have to go that direction. The last time I saw Alex Smith playing a football game, it was at San Francisco. He had a QBR of 9 on a scale of 0 to 100.
If we really think about it, Skip, he hadn't looked really good.
Nope.
I mean, and every time he drops back to pass, I just have to turn my head because I'm so afraid of what's going to happen. And guys are not thinking, man, Alex Smith had this surgery. He came back. It's a miracle. Skip, if I'm a defensive player, I'm trying to tear Alex Smith's head off. He has something that I want, the football. I'm trying to separate him from the football.
Okay, so we gave up another 150 yards rushing yesterday, which was too many, but really not enough to beat us. So that's about our average. If we can just hold somebody to 150. But remember, the Giants don't run it well at all because they don't have Saquon and they got Wayne Gallman, and he's gone over 100 one time this whole year, and it was at Seattle on December 6th when Colt McCoy pulled off maybe the upset of the year on the road, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's all they got going for them. They don't rush the passer. They don't protect their passer. I think it's made to order for us to go up there and win this game.
Well, Skip, obviously, you know, you mentioned that the Eagles had 151 yards rushing on 29 carries. 69 of that came by Jalen Hurts on 9 carries. So on broken plays. Daniel Jones is not running. I don't know if Colt McCoy has the kind of legs to be able to get away like, say, a healthy Daniel Jones. or say Jalen Hurts. We saw guys with legs. We saw Tannehill take off last night, Skip. So I don't know. This is what I do know. Dallas has set themselves up in position. But if history serves me correctly, they've been in this position how many times before with Tony Romo? How many times before that we've seen them? All they had to do was win one game, win the final game, and they're in the playoffs, and they gag. They spit the bit.
Andy Dalton, first 5 years in the league, averaged 10 wins a year, made the playoffs 4 times. I like my chances with Andy Dalton. And finally, I need to throw one last bouquet to number 21, my man Ezekiel Elliott, because he does not have his burst. He's not as sudden.
He had it, bro. He had it yesterday. Skip, you
stop.
Skip, you saw that last run?
He got loose for 31.
That last one.
He got loose for 31, and that put him over 100 to 105. But I got to tell you, the whole day, he ran hard.
Yeah.
He ran as hard as he could run. He ran his heart out yesterday, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Maybe not what he used to be, but when you show everybody on your team that you're playing that hard, it is contagious.
Skip, a lot of the runs that he got, they were 2 yards. They should have been -5.
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. I mean, he got on some things. I'm like, hold on. How'd you get out of that?
Scratch and claw and fight and squirm and just gut it out to try to get 5 yards.